Today we're going to continue our discussion on equivalent expressions. This is part 2 in the I can statement. I can use my knowledge of the order of operations to create equivalent expressions. Basically, we're going to simplify expressions. Okay, let's review. What are the like terms? Pause the video, see if you can figure out the like terms. All right, let's see how you did. Remember, we're looking for variables with like powers. So 2x and 8x, 4y to the third and 5y to the third, 5z and 8z. So our like terms are 2x and 8x, 4y to the third and 5y to the third, and 5z and 8z. So let's return to that fruit problem we started in the last video. Your mom is super overwhelmed with all that fruit that she got. Remember, everyone was buying her fruit? So she wants to return some. She only needed 2 bags of apples, 1 bag of bananas, and 2 pineapples, or this expression right here, 2a plus 1b plus 2. She currently has 10 bags of apples, 6 bags of bananas, and 6 pineapples, or 10a plus 6b plus 6. So how much fruit does she need to return? Well, we're going to write an algebraic expression for the amount of fruit your mom needs to return. Let's think about first, what does she have? She has 10a plus 6b plus 6. And she wants to subtract 2a plus 1b plus 2. So all of this in here is going to be subtracted. So we're going to combine our like terms. 10a goes with 2a, but we're subtracting it because she wants to, that's what she wants to subtract from her pile to put in the pantry. Okay, so we have 10a and we're going to subtract 2a. Then we've got 6b and we want to subtract 1b from that pile to put in the pantry. So 6b minus 1b. Then we're going to take our 6 and we're going to subtract 2 from it and put it in the pantry. Okay, so let's see what she's left with. 10a minus 2a gives you 8a. 6b minus 1b gives you 5b, and 6 minus 2 gives you 4. So we have just simplified this expression by combining our like terms. So here are some examples. We're just going to go through a couple of examples and then just to kind of help you out as you finish up your work for today and take your FA. So 2t minus 4t, like terms, all I need to do is subtract them, subtract the coefficients, keep the variable, you get 2t. With b, there are no like terms in b. Therefore, it's already in simplest form. You're done. Let's look at c. Let's identify our like terms. Here we have 3a squared plus 2a squared, 5b minus 4b. Notice I like to box or circle around the plus or minus sign that comes before because it tells me what I'm going to do with it. 11b squared doesn't go with anything and neither does 6. So I only need to combine my like terms. So let's group them and then add or subtract our coefficients. So 3a squared plus 2a squared is 5a squared. 5b minus 4b is 1b. Now remember, I don't have to put that 1 in there if I don't want to. And then 11b squared got left alone and minus 6 got left alone. Pause the video and try this one, these two. Okay, let's see how you did. First, we're going to look and see 5y and 3y are like terms, so I can combine them by adding their coefficients to get 8y. But B, look at this. First, I'm going to need to distribute that 2 before I can start combining like terms. So I'm going to multiply that 2, and I'm allowed to do that if I'm multiplying. I can't add or subtract like terms, but I can multiply like unlike terms. Sorry, I cannot add or subtract unlike terms, but I can multiply unlike terms. So I'm going to use the distributive property, and I'm going to multiply 2 times x squared, or 1x squared. And when I do that, I just multiply their coefficients. So 2 times 1 is 2x squared. 2 times 13 is 26, so 26x plus 6. Now I look, are there any like terms here? There are no like terms, so this is as far as I can go on this problem. Let's try one more. Go ahead and pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, let's see how you did. We're going to identify our like terms. Notice 4x squared plus 3x squared plus 2x squared. 4y minus 4y. And 5. Doesn't have any like terms. So we're going to group them. We're going to combine our x squares. We're going to combine our y's, and then 5 gets put on at the end. So add or subtract the coefficients. 4 plus 3 plus 2, that gives me 9x squared. 4y minus 4y, that's actually going to be 0, so it doesn't need a term. You could put plus 0y, and that's okay, but you don't need it, because when I multiply y by 0, I'm just going to get 0. And then plus 5. We're going to skip the quiz. Okay, so we can use this when we are finding the perimeter in geometry. It's very helpful then. So we can write an expression for the perimeter. Remember, we're going to add up all the sides. So we're going to write an expression using the sides. Here is my 2x plus 3 plus 3x plus 2 plus x. Identify and group my like terms. Here we go. And then add the coefficients. So 1 plus 3 plus 2 is 6x, and 2 plus 3 is 5, 6x plus 5. We are done with this video. You can go back and watch any part as many times as you want. There is no WSQ, so go on and you can start working on quadrant 3.